I was hungry over there. I know. 40 grams. This is ridiculous. Right? So you could actually have 4 slices of that or that. What about Vita-Weats? Your trusty Vita-Weats. Where do you think that sits?
How many were there?
4.
About even 20 grams, 60, 80.
So that is actually only about 15 grams. So when you look at between 15 to 20, it's here. Baked beans, whole tin there.
Yeah, it's about 18 to 20.
Yeah, it's about 20. So you can see that a lot of these foods, all these here as well, this is your nice creamy yogurt. Has anyone tried Tamar Valley or Joan? It's actually quite nice. You can actually have half a cup. It's really very tasty. It's a low fat one, but it's really creamy. Half a cup of that, and these fruits, and a serve of this, which would be about a third of a cup, all come to 15 grams and lower. So you can see all the fibre foods through up. So if you did like an idea of, okay, so lunchtime you've got 40 grams to play around with. Can you see like how much you can eat? So you could do 10 grams with filling. You could do a banana, which is about 15 grams, that's 25. And you could even just throw in a thing of baked beans if you wanted to, and you're still getting less than about the same as that. So in terms of sugars in these products, what do you find that you do when you're looking for sugar in food, if you're looking at a label? Do you have any ideas or tips on what you do just to know what's good, what's not so good? Do you read the nutrition label? Do you read what's in the ingredients list? Or do you find it just becomes confusing and you just go, I'll just get anything? I think a lot of us will do. Yeah. So with a product, when you're looking at them, I'll get out a few more. Any questions from that so far? Is that sort of, get out a few more things?
Well, there's going to be a lot of people being asked if you're all right.
Say that again, Becky?
There's going to be a lot of people being asked, are you all right? Because they're spending that much time.
There's a lot, exactly.
I'm really glad.
So what you don't want to do, and with the challenge, we try to make it less burdensome for you, so hence why we give you a snack list. The more wholesome your snack, like Vita-Weats or things like that, you don't need to read a food label. You just keep the portion. That's why we're giving you all these little snack items. 4 Vita-Weats in terms of a snack is the same as that. They all start to equal the same, so you don't have to count numbers and go. But then what do you put on the Vita-Weats? Yeah, correct.
I can't just eat them like that. I have things on them. So that's where I go wrong.
Yeah. So in your little folder, you have got some snack ideas. So the general things you could do is some avocado, maybe some tomato, could be some ricotta or cottage cheese, jazz it up with something on top. It could be Vegemite. It can even be honey, because yellow box honey, that's why I bought it today, because it's, sugar. It's actually a natural sugar, yeah? And yellow box honey is actually low GI, so it's just portion. So if you've got a real sweet tooth, and you had that and that, with whatever, that's going to satisfy you potentially. Other things you could use would be any relishes or pickles. Got any grandmothers that make relishes or pickles, you can put that on there. So what you're doing is, while you're adding some spreads that do have sugar, you're actually watching how much, and it's much easier to add traditional high sugar things like jams and chutneys and stuff, rather than eating things that people have no idea. And a lot of the sugars they use is not just the table sugar, they'll use the dextroses and all the high GI sugars. So with sucrose is actually your good old-fashioned table sugar, or your brown sugar. And it's actually medium GI, it's not even high. So if you're having a little bit of sugar in your baking, your good old-fashioned table sugar or some yellow box honey is even lower. Pure maple syrup is also low GI. But you don't hear that the maple flavoured syrups, they're the ones that have got the corn syrups and and the high fructose, and they're the nasties. So when you look at American baked goods, a lot of them will use corn syrup because, hey, it's very plentiful over there in terms of using corn, and that's why they've got high GI breads and super fluffy buns and stuff. So in terms of sugar, if you're looking at a label, it's the first 3 ingredients that are the main ingredients. So they go from most to least in descending order. So if you have a look at, that. So this is a Ski Delight one, and yeah, it's 99% fat-free. And if you have a look down the bottom what the ingredients is, what are the first couple of ingredients? Skim milk. Yep. Concentrated skim milk. Yep. Sugar. So then you know from that, it's kind of a bit. If you look at this one, this is down there, to read. If you look at the ingredients down there,
like culture, no added starches or sugar, no gelatin, no
Yep.
extra colour.
there's nothing added to it. But if you look at the panel, so the first three are the main ones. Now, that's true for products like that, but then when you're looking at the label, what do you read? So per 100 grams, does anyone have like a golden rule that they have read or follow of how much sugar is enough?
Less than 10.
Yeah, so I normally say, I used to kind of say 25 grams, but because there's a lot of this stuff happening, about 15 grams or less per 100 grams. So when you look at this, it is 14 grams, right? But that's where you would actually think for dairy products, I'd go about 10 grams or less. So for a lot of traditional foods like that, I'd go about 10 grams or less. But that is the second ingredient, sugar. So what that's telling you is it's not coming from fruit, it's actually vanilla cream, so it's from flavouring. When you look at something like prunes, if you looked at per 100 grams and you said, right, I'm going to follow that like gospel, less than 15 grams, it's 32 grams per 100 grams. But if you looked at the ingredient list, it's just prunes. So that's your indication of if you are looking at a label, look at the ingredient list first. What comes first? Are they all the OSCs? If it's natural like fruit or whatever, then you're fine. Then you've just got to be caution-wise because does anyone like prunes or dried fruit? It's easy just to...
Yes.
I had a girlfriend who's pregnant and she said, I keep eating lollies and it's not good for the baby, I need to satisfy a sweet tooth. I said, a little bit of dried fruit's good, and I gave a portion. And then she rang me back the next day and said, well, I've got gas and bloating from tooth here, and not my problem.